The yellow childhood home of the purple one is abandoned and in need of some TLC, despite the City of Minneapolis recently granting it landmark status. So what will happen to it next? We went there to find out.
Starting this house right here, man.
It may look modest, but this yellow house on the alphabet streets of North Minneapolis is where greatness took shape.
If they only knew, they wouldn't walk by here and just walk past and they'd go like, wow.
And Charles Smith had a front row seat.
It was like we were brothers.
That's Charles there on the floor. And that's Prince sitting on his father's lap.
I come down here every day. We'd sit down by the piano. I'd sit right next to him on the bench. And I'd start like doing some beats and stuff, and Prince would be doing everything he could think of on the piano. And we started like structuring songs and stuff.
He's Prince's second cousin and lived just up the street.
Yep, Thomas Sheridan, that's my block.
He would come over and hang in Prince's basement bedroom as the future star riffed on his dad's piano, copying tunes from their favorite shows.
Sanford and Son, the theme.
And superheroes.
We play the Batman theme.
Okay.
Once we learned that we could pick them up off the television and off the radio and then on the records, it was a wrap.
Watching musical genius gel before they were even teenagers.
We started playing Santana, like Carlos Santana, in this basement. I'm just telling you. He had to be ordained to play the guitar. What I know from seeing it, it's unearthly.
The Nelson family bought this house in March of 1965. It was just before his 7th birthday when they moved in.
Enter Kristen Schaumler, a local Prince expert who says the legend lived here until he was 12.
And I think they should get some more money.
This WCCO archive footage of a young Prince shows him at 11 for perspective.
There are a lot of places tied to Prince. What makes this one special?
It was here where, by the age of 8, he mastered the piano.
She says there were challenging milestones in this house, too. Prince's parents divorced and his dad moved out, leaving him with unlimited access to his piano.
But for this place, he wouldn't have become the artist that he was.
We walked out of here going like, we're going to change the world like that. And you can hear it in the music.
Prince was on a musical mission, and Charles says the neighborhood here in North Minneapolis
Oh, no!
played backup.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm gone.
I can't believe people still remember me. As a matter of fact, this block blows me away because there's a couple ladies that had organs in their house. Miss Harper, I'll never forget her. She was a piano teacher. So Prince goes in there, blows her away. She says, you guys can come to my house anytime to play. Across the street over here in this White House over here, I went and borrowed his drum set, brought it over here to Prince. Now Prince got a drummer. That house on the corner, the guy is the local DJ. They used to call him Motor Mouth. In his basement, he had this huge PA system and amps, and he let us use his stuff. So we said we can get a band. So that's how we started, like, you know, getting players and putting things together, and the rest is history after that.
Schaumler's research on this house was instrumental in the city's recent decision to make it a Minneapolis city landmark.
He was such an important artist in my life. I was looking for some way that I could do something to help with his legacy.
I think that's fly. I ain't gonna lie. I'm inspired. That's pretty good for where we come from.
I think a place like this, you know, a place that helped make Prince is just so critical to preserve.
Though the question now,
My understanding is that the house is currently abandoned.
is what happens next.
Something should be done.
What would you like to see happen to this house, Charles?
I would love it for when people ride by, they would know that was Prince's house.
A place Charles remembers was styled impeccably by Prince's mother.
She had it laid out like Prince. And she had beautiful flowers all around this. She would just go like, what is happened to my house?
There was a similar sort of struggle for what to do with Aretha Franklin's childhood home in Memphis. Some sort of community music program, I think, would just be so fitting.
I like the music lesson thing. You know, genius can come up out of anywhere.
For now, the place where Prince realized his potential sits with possibilities of its own.
And I bet you people will probably come by and probably take care of it better too if they knew this was Prince's spot. I can't even believe it sometimes. What a cool ride.
It's fun to hear the stories, right?
I know.
Through Charles's eyes, so you know what actually went down in there.
He probably has a lot more too, I bet. Yeah. What is the city saying about this, Erin?
Okay, so the Preservation, Commission and the people I talked with at the city said, it's zoned urban, residential, but they're open to talking with whoever the new owner is. Not that there is one yet, but if someone comes in and wants to do something with it, they said they definitely love to discuss higher use for the home.
Yeah.
It's not that it could be a museum or anything. Maybe that's unrealistic in the area, but they want it to be something that the community can enjoy. So they're open to ideas, is the bottom line.
I bet they get a lot of visitors.
I've got the solution.
Well,
I've
go
got,
ahead.
okay,
An idea, Chris?
I was a little worked up watching it. I mean, the house is yellow with a green chair. That's Packers colors. Prince was a huge Vikings. Look at this. Come on. He's a huge Vikings fan. I want to buy it. Paint it purple, make it obvious. This is Prince's pad.
Don't you think at least a plaque or something? I mean, that's what we were
100%.
talking about when we were out there. And the house didn't look like that, by the way, when Prince lived there. There are some old photos that I saw in the research for the story. The house was actually a stone facade, and there were some pictures. They were actually trying to take a picture of the family station wagon out front, and the house is like a little corner in the background. So it didn't look like that when he lived there.
You said they're like city landmark protections, right?
Yeah,
so what does that do for the house? What does that mean?
It's basically, if a new owner comes along, again, it's for all intents and purposes abandoned. The city has reached out, can't get a hold of the owners. It looks like it's been foreclosed on. But they would just have to go through the city. So if someone comes in and says, I want to develop this house, if Chris comes along and says, I want to buy it, paint it purple, and open a little museum, you'd have to check with the city first.
Give me that phone number, would you?
Yeah.
I want to get on this.